The film begins in the middle of a dense forest where a girl named Anna lives with her guardian, Gabe. She calls him her father and Gabe attends to her needs and takes care of her health. Gabe locked Anna in the attic of her house, never letting her explore the outside world. She didn't go outside her attic almost every night she was a little girl, except she got a glimpse of the world outside through her window. Gabe describes to Anna her feral, hideous creatures with sharp teeth, long claws and a hairy appearance, and she advises them to stay away. These explanations frighten Anna, but her curiosity about the outside world continues to grow. Gabe electrifies the doorknob to protect them from wildlings and keep them trapped in the attic. He claims to be her father and feeds her by forbidding her meat and feeding her only vegetables. One day Anna overhears Gabe talking to someone else and her curiosity wins over. When she touches the doorknob, she receives a strong electric shock and loses consciousness. Later, when she wakes up, Gabe is by her side, explaining that the electric trap is meant to keep wildlings away. He reveals that she is the last surviving child on Earth and that it is his duty to protect her. Anna asks who Gabe was talking about, but Gabe diverts the topic and insists they're the only ones left. On Anna's birthday, Gabe surprises Anna with a cake and a hamster companion. The little animal becomes Anna's best friend. But one day the hamster dies and Gabe explains the concept of death to her and reassures her that the hamster is better now. As her Anna grows, she begins to have nightmares of woodland savages. She hits her puberty and her menstruation begins. Gabe finds blood on the bed. Worried about her, he administered her with luprolide, a drug that slowed her growth and worsened her health over time, under the guise of a cure for her illness. The drug has been used for years and Anna feels pain and discomfort from it. Unable to bear it any longer, she pleads with Gabe to send her to a better place, like a hamster, to end her misery. Upon hearing this, Gabe is overcome with guilt for having worried this girl since she was born. There he pulls out a gun and commits suicide. She then quickly left her room and enjoyed the warmth of the sun for the first time on the roof. However, some police officers took her back to her room and handcuffed her to her bed. Her sheriff Ellen calms her down and helps her find out her true identity. Doctors revealed that Anna overdosed on luprolide, a drug that slows her maturation and slows growth. Upon hearing this, Sheriff Ellen releases Anna from her restraints and takes her into temporary custody. Instead of sending her children to her nursing home, she decided to take them into her own home to live with her brother Ray. The sheriff agrees to look after them while they await a DNA test to confirm their identities and determine if Gabe is their biological father. Here we see that Gabe is not dead. In fact, he is being treated in a separate room at the hospital. As the story progresses, Anna adjusts to her new life and bonds with Ray. Anna has previously had misunderstandings about how babies are made, so Ray teaches her about her reproduction. Upon entering her adolescence, she becomes aware of her extraordinary hearing and begins to hallucinate wildlings in the Aurora forest. Anna also attends school with Ray, where she meets girls of her age for the first time. Anna visits the library out of her curiosity, where she learns more about Aurora and the wildlings. Under Ellen's care, Anna now enjoys the freedom to explore nature and spend time outdoors. One day when she comes home from school she finds a deer and chases it. Luckily, before Anna could fall into a hunter's trap, a stranger in her wolf skin blocked her path. The next day, Anna visited the library to learn more about wild predators. As she was flipping through the pages of the book, she noticed black spots on her fingernails. Later that night, while Anna is taking a bath, Ellen reveals the results of a DNA test that shows Gabe is not her biological father. When Anna finds out about this fact, she is puzzled because she still doesn't understand the concept of her family. One night, Anna and Ray spend time together on the roof, and Ray tries to help them with their schoolwork. Anna's attention turns to the subject of the northern lights, and as they lie down, Anna notices a flickering light in the distance, which turns out to be a party at Jen's house. Anna says Jen is her friend and she decides to join the party. It's her first time going to a large gathering. However, after Anna drinks, she feels confused during the party. Ray and Anna share a brief romantic moment, attracting the attention of her classmate Lawrence. Unfortunately, their kiss was interrupted as blood began to flow from Anna's mouth. She rushes to the bathroom and finds that some of her teeth are missing. Panicked, she flees through a window and runs through the woods. Suddenly she is attacked from behind by some kind of wildling. Anna fought back as part of her self-defense and she bit, but she realized it was Lawrence. She tries to help him, but unfortunately it's too late. The poor boy died from severe blood loss. Her worried Anna escapes and returns to Gabe's house to find answers about her own identity. Seeking her comfort, she goes to the attic and enters her old bedroom. Then she cleaned herself up and left for town at once. Ellen returns to her house and asks her whereabouts, but Anna doesn't reveal anything and says nothing. At that moment, Constable Roger arrives and reveals that Lawrence has disappeared. He tries to question if Anna knows anything about this, but Ellen dismisses the idea and turns him away. She then confronts Anna and tries to extract her information from her, but the teenager shuts her up and keeps her thoughts and experiences to herself. As the days pass, Ellen, who begins to become concerned about Anna continuing her silence, notices that she draws on her nails instead of speaking. That night, Ray enters Anna's room to deal with her grief and promises Ellen that she will take care of it. But despite all her efforts, Anna keeps her cool. Ray then checked her mouth and found she was missing her teeth. Panicked, he quickly runs outside to inform Ellen, giving Anna a chance to escape. She escapes into the woods, the only place she feels safe and calm. To her surprise, she again encounters Wolfman, who, noticing her hunger, offers her food. He then examined her claws and teeth and suspected she was a wildling said to have gone extinct 16 years ago. Wolfman also reveals that her mother's body is still in the cave. Intrigued by the chance to discover her mother's identity, Anna follows Wolfman to a nearby cave. She found a skull with bullet holes in it. While holding it of hers, she witnesses Gabe, who is supposed to be her father, shooting her mother. It is revealed that Gabe participated in the purge, but could not hurt little Anna, so he took her with him. When she finds out, Anna goes straight to her hospital, where she confronts Gabe. Unfortunately for her, when Gabe wakes her up and stares at her with his pitiful eyes, there's nothing she can do. Meanwhile, Ellen looks through the files on Lawrence's death and she discovers a link to the painting in Anna's old room. The latter also returns home, desperate for shelter. Unfortunately, Ellen handcuffs her as soon as he notices her claw-like claws. Later, Ellen reveals that Anna's clothes were found near her body in Lawrence and that the whole town suspects her of murder because of it. Next, she is sent to prison, even though Anna has claimed her innocence. While in her prison, she looked in her mirror and noticed that her teeth were sharpening and that she resembled the skull she had found that night. Gabe visits Anna in her cell and admits saving her life was her biggest mistake. He gave Anna an injection and told her to inject himself to have a chance of getting a better life. However, Anna accepted her wildling identity and refused her injection. Gabe becomes emotional and leaves her in her cell. The next day, Ellen checks on Anna, who is sleeping under the bed. Ellen opens her cell, but Anna surprises her with an unexpected attack. She then locks up the cops, including Ellen, and escapes. When she goes outside, she happens to find Ray in her car. Anna approaches him and convinces him to help her. She wants him to drive her to Aurora, where she was born. Along the way, Anna also reveals that she is a wildling. Ray then stops the car in the middle of the forest and Anna decides to continue the journey alone. However, Rei worries for her well-being and begins following her in the dark. Anna was swimming in a nearby lake and got soaked. Worried she might catch a cold, Rei starts a campfire to dry her clothes. When Anna removes her clothes, Rei notices hair on her back, which surprises her. However, Anna assures him that he is safe and promises not to harm him. The scene then cuts to Roger and Gabe discussing Anna's escape. After much consideration, they decide to organize a group of hunters to catch Anna. In the next scene, we see Anna and Rei fleeing into the woods while being chased by search dogs. Unfortunately, a hunter arrives at the same time and shoots Rei in the shoulder. As they struggle to find a way out, Anna decides to save Rei and takes him over a cliff. She pushed him into the water and she also dived herself to avoid being caught. Anna then leads the hunters in another direction and asks Rei to run in the opposite direction of her. Anna goes straight to the same cave where she found her mother's body. Rei then reunites with her sister, who tells her that Anna is no more. Left alone, Anna must resort to desperate measures to survive. During the first few days of her survival in the forest, Anna transforms into a wildling to hide from hunters. She covers her face and body with dirt for camouflage. One morning on her way to school each day, Rei notices Roger filling up a gallon with gasoline and suspects that Roger plans to hunt down and kill Anna. Rei immediately calls Ellen and tells her about this. In the woods, Anna manages to kill one of the hunters. And when the group gathered around the corpse, she fled. Anna is now a real wildling and she can hunt people in no time. Meanwhile, Ellen comes to the forest to save a troubled boy. She is horrified by the sight of her corpse lying around her, and to her worse, Roger points her gun at her and begs her to stay away. But at that moment Anna arrives there and kills Roger as well. She reveals herself to Ellen by showing her pregnant belly before escaping. In the next scene, the hunter sets the forest on fire, further fueling Anna's anger. She witnesses her home engulfed in fire and realizes that she must find a way to beat the heat, even though her pregnancy limits her physical strength. Anna runs off and seeks refuge for her. Eventually she ends up in a familiar cavern similar to where she was found. To her dismay, Gabe tracked her down and calmed her down with her sedatives. The gunshot weakens Anna and she falls to the ground. Gabe then approaches her to check her vitals, reminding her of her mother. He performs a cesarean section to retrieve the fetus, but Anna regains her powers and mortally wounds Gabe's neck, ultimately killing him. She then let out her angry scream before collapsing to the ground again. When Anna regained her consciousness, she found Wolfman suturing her wounds. The next day, when Ellen and Rei search for Anna, they notice her from afar and decide to let her escape into the wilderness. They both believe it's best for them to let her go. Finally Anna reaches her ultimate goal, Aurora. She holds her newborn child in her hands, looks up at her beautiful sky, and feels peace and contentment with her life. The film ends with Anna hearing wildling cries in the distance, suggesting that her race is still alive. End. Conclusion: Wildling is a gripping and haunting tale of a young girl's journey to self-discovery and survival. Through a tumultuous path filled with deception, fear, and transformation, Anna embraces her true identity as a wildling, breaking free from the confines of her past and the oppressive world she once knew. The film leaves viewers contemplating themes of identity, family, and the indomitable spirit of the human will to survive.